we'll be designing a professional poster right here in PixelLab. Yes, a professional poster design. So if you are joining, don't forget to like, don't forget to share, don't forget to engage, drop your comments. If there's anything you don't understand, please drop it and I'll be willing to help you navigate. So let me start by changing the canvas size. So I love using 5,000 most especially, and I want it to be vertical, so this one is going to be 4,000. Oh, what's going on? Oh, I can't, my 4 is not functioning again. Okay, let me put 5,000. I'm going to increase this one to 5,500. Okay, I'm just going to clear this, and we are going to start by using gradients for this background. So we are going to create a gradient right here, and the gradient I'm going to be using is going to be dark red, like the type I have already. Let me apply that to the background first so that I can be able to pick the color. So use the bucket tool and use the color picker tool. Yes. Then there's also another color that I would like to make use of. That is the dark charcoal color. So let's go back with this. I'm going to use the charcoal color, sorry. So what I'm actually doing is so that it can be easy for me to pick these colors later on. So yeah, okay. So yeah, something like this. I'm going to click OK. So in this I'm going to be using, I have a shoe which I just downloaded, and I'm going to be making use of that. Already I can see some people joining, so if you're joining, thank you. Please engage by liking, engage by dropping your comments, make sure you share, and I'll really appreciate that. All right, let's go on. Please, if the voice is okay, if the sound is okay, let me know. If the sound is okay, let me know. All right, then we are going to do something else. Let me center this. And lock it. I'll go to shape and I'm going to add a rectangle shape. Let me just drag it like this. And I'm going to keep the rectangle shape like about here. Let me give it another color instead of that color. Let me give it this dark charcoal. Then what is going to happen is I will still add another shape, and this time I'll choose this one and I'll rotate it like this, and then stretch it. Please, if you're joining, it doesn't cost you anything to like this live and also share it. So I'm just going to stretch it like this, and I'll bring it down. I'll bring it down like this, and I'll go to my layers panel, and I'm going to merge the two of them together, right? Yeah, so we now have one shape. So what is going to happen is we'll go to erase color and click on enable, and you can see that automatically the white disappears, but you can still see white on these edges. So what is going to happen is you go back to color, and you can decide to pick any other color, and that white will disappear. So I'm just going to choose this, which I already chose before, and yeah, so let me stretch this again. Now for the shoe, if you look at this shoe, it looks as if it's just floating. We need to add some kind of visual balance, and we can make that happen by adding a shadow, right? Let me push this shape down. Let me push it down a little bit, and I'm also going to push the shoe. So okay, let me, I think it's too big. 60, let's leave it at 60. Bring it down again like this. So in order to create that visual balance, we need to make use of shadow. So I'm just going to add a shape, and this time it's going to be circle, and I'll go to opacity and reduce the opacity to 0 and the stroke to the full, which is 40, and yeah, and I'll go and blur the radius. The radius is about 25 to the max, and I'm just going to drag this until I'm going to click OK. Now I can stretch it. We have a nice shadow right here. So I'm just going to hold it from this angle and turn it like this. I'm just going to send it to back, and as you can see, we already have a nice shadow already. We have a shadow. So without this shadow, without a proper shadow, your design or your product will be floating, and we don't want that. We want it to have a real feeling of, being on the ground and all of that. So let me reduce the opacity of this a little bit. I'm going to reduce the opacity of that black, say 50. Okay, let me say 60 is fine, and I'm just going to click OK. Now the next thing to do is to just add some text, because what we're actually doing here is just simple. Yeah, it's just simple. So Okay, I actually find out that there are some part of my screen that is not touching since I went live, and I don't know why that is. Some of my keys are not functioning, so I can't really type. I'll have to resolve this to get back to life. Don't know why some of the keys are not touching, they are not functioning as they should. That's a big problem. That's a huge problem right now. I can't actually use my keyboards because some of the keys are not pressing, and it's not my phone. I think that should be because of the live streaming. Maybe there's something that I don't understand. How? What do we do now? Okay, let me see if there's a way I can resolve this. Some of my keys are not actually working. Okay guys, seems we will have to resolve this before coming back to this live, because this is crazy. I can't touch places like the caps button here for capital letter. I can't work with it.